You want to know the real secret behind every champion, every legend, every unstoppable force in this world? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even hard work. It's something so simple, so brutally honest, that most people will hear it and still ignore it. The secret is consistency, the quiet, relentless, everyday grind that separates those who dream from those who dominate. Let me ask you something. How many times have you started strong only to fade out? How many New Year's resolutions have you abandoned by February? How many new beginnings have you declared only to fall back into old habits? Here's the hard truth. The world isn't moved by what you do once in a while. The world rewards what you do every single day. Not when it's easy, but when it's hard. Not when you feel like it, but when you don't. That's the power of consistency, the silent weapon of winners. Right now, you're either building your future or making excuses. There is no middle ground. So today, we're going to strip away all the fluff and get to the raw, unfiltered truth about why consistency isn't just important. It's the O-N-L-I thing that matters when it comes to real success. Now we dive into some key points. 1, small daily efforts lead to big results. You ever watch a skyscraper being built? They don't start with the penthouse. They start with the foundation. Brick by brick, steel beam by steel beam, floor by floor. That's how greatness is constructed, not in one explosive moment, but in the quiet, daily grind that most people never see. The problem is, we live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. People want the six-pack abs without the 5 a.m. workouts, the best-selling novel without the years of rejected drafts, the successful business without the sleepless nights. But here's the raw truth. Anything worth having demands daily devotion. Think about the Olympic athlete. What you see is the gold medal moment. What you don't see are the thousands of hours of training, the missed parties, the ice baths, the days they wanted to quit but didn't. That's the reality of success. It's not glamorous. It's showing up when you're tired. It's putting in the work when no one's clapping. It's trusting the process even when you can't see the results yet. And here's the beautiful part. Those small efforts compound. Reading 20 pages a day means 30 books a year. Writing 500 words a day means a novel in 6 months. The math doesn't lie. The universe rewards consistency. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The perfect moment is now. Start small, stay steady, and let time work its magic. Because in the end, the only difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do daily. 2, discipline over motivation. Motivation is like a sugar rush. It gives you a quick high, then leaves you crashing. Discipline is the steady fuel that keeps you going when the excitement fades. Let's be real, you won't always feel like grinding. There will be days when the bed feels too warm, the gym feels too far, and the goal feels too distant. That's when discipline takes over. Discipline is the inner drill sergeant that doesn't accept excuses. It's the part of you that says, do it anyway. Because here's what separates winners from the rest. Winners don't negotiate with themselves. They don't debate whether to work out. They just go. They don't wait for inspiration to write. They show up at the keyboard. They don't feel like doing the work. They do it because it's who they are. And here's the secret: discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start by mastering the small things. Making your bed, showing up on time, keeping your word. These tiny acts of discipline train your mind to handle bigger challenges. Because when life hits you with setbacks, and it will, discipline is what keeps you standing. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is forever. 3, building trust through reliability. In a world full of empty promises and broken commitments, reliability is currency. Think about the people you truly respect. Chances are, they're the ones who do what they say, the ones who show up, rain or shine, the ones you can count on when it matters. That's the power of consistency. It builds trust brick by brick. Your reputation isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on daily actions. Showing up on time, meeting deadlines, keeping your word even when it's inconvenient. These things seem small, but they scream volumes about your character. Because trust isn't given, it's earned. And once earned, it opens doors that talent alone can't. Think about it. Would you rather do business with a genius who's unpredictable or a steady performer who always delivers? Exactly. Reliability is the ultimate competitive advantage. It's how you build teams, partnerships, and legacies. So be the person others can depend on. Not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Because in the end, your word is all you've got. 4, progress over perfection. Perfection is paralysis. It's the voice that says, don't start until you're ready, knowing you'll never be ready. Here's the truth: no masterpiece was ever created perfectly. Every great novel has terrible first drafts. Every champion has embarrassing losses. Every innovator has failed prototypes. The difference? They kept going. Consistency isn't about flawless execution. It's about relentless forward motion. Some days you'll crush it. Other days you'll barely show up. That's okay. What matters is that you don't stop. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. A 1% improvement daily leads to a 37x improvement in a year. That's not theory, that's mathematics. So silence your inner critic. Done is better than perfect. A mediocre workout beats no workout. A rough draft beats a blank page. Keep moving, keep growing, because the only true failure is standing still. 5, overcoming failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the tuition you pay for it. Every great person you admire has a resume full of failures. What separates them? They didn't let failure define them. They used it as fuel. Consistency means getting back up every single time. When you fall, you learn. When you get rejected, you adapt. When you're knocked down, you rise stronger. That's the mindset of champions. Because success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about outlasting it. Remember, every no brings you closer to yes. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. So when failure comes, and it will, greet it as a teacher, not an enemy. Then get back to work. 6, habits shape destiny. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your future. What you do daily doesn't just reflect who you are, it determines who you'll become. Want to predict your future? Look at your current habits. Good habits compound just like bad ones. One healthy meal won't transform you, but a year of healthy eating will. One workout won't build strength, but consistent training will. The small choices you make daily are casting votes for the person you're becoming. So audit your habits ruthlessly. Keep what serves you, eliminate what doesn't. Design routines that pull you toward your goals automatically. Because when habits take over, willpower becomes irrelevant. 7, the compound effect is small. Consistent actions create staggering results over time. It's the most powerful force in achievement and the most overlooked. 30 minutes of skill, building daily mastery in years. The compound effect works silently but relentlessly. It doesn't demand heroics, just consistency. Start now, stay patient, and let time multiply your efforts. 8, legacy is built over time. Greatness isn't created in moments. It's crafted through decades. Every legendary artist, athlete, or leader has one thing in common. They outworked everyone else over time. Your legacy isn't built in the spotlight. It's forged in the daily grind. The early mornings, the late nights, the choices no one sees. That's where real impact is made. So focus on the work, not the applause. Stay consistent long after others quit, because the only thing sharper than consistency is the regret of what could have been. Now, go build something that lasts. So here's the challenge I'm leaving you with today. The ultimate test of who you really are. A year from now, you'll be exactly the same person, unless you do the thing you've been putting off. Unless you show up on the days you don't feel like it. Unless you keep going when everyone else quits. This isn't about motivation. This is about a covenant, a blood pact with your future self. Every morning when you wake up, the world will give you 1,000 reasons to stay average. Your bed will beg you to sleep in. Your phone will beg for your attention. Your doubts will whisper, "What's the point?" But you'll remember this moment. You'll remember that champions aren't born, they're built. Brick by brick, day by day, rep by rep, through the sweat, through the pain, through the days when victory feels impossible. So here's your choice. You can be part of the 98% who talk about changing, or you can join the 2% who actually do it. The road is waiting, the clock is ticking, and your future self is watching. Will you let them down, or will you make them proud? Consistency isn't just the key. It's the master key that unlocks every door. Now go prove to yourself what you're really made of